Welcome to the Place to Be Reviews.
It's a beautiful morning.
So,
I think I'll go outside for a while.
so,
Wait a minute, man. Hey, check this out.
so,
Man, tell it. It was this blind man, right?
so,
He was feeling his way down the street with this stick.
so,
He walked past this fish market.
so,
He stopped. He took a deep breath. He said,
so,
"Good morning, ladies."
It's a beautiful morning.
so,
I think I'll go outside for a while.
so,
And Coke 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need.
so,
We can go to the park, tap the dog, smoke that tumbleweed.
so,
As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn.
so,
Singing them dirty rap songs.
so,
Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong.
So-
Sell tapes from here to Hong Kong.
Well, wake up, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E-Tip, we're going into Place to Be Reviews right here with all of yous. Let me hit this for a minute. Let me hit this for a minute here, ladies and gents. We gotta do this. It's because you know it is. It's the first. It's the first, baby. Woo! Welcome. Welcome to the first of the month right here on the Place to Be Reviews. If you're out there copping them checks on the 1st and the 15th, hey, big shout outs to you. Apparently that's what they're finna do now, is just give us checks and not make us work. How you doing, everybody? It's me, E-Tep, right here in my living room blockbuster video, surrounded by physical media, which if you don't own physical media in this day and age of what they're doing to content right now on streaming services. And as I said, I've been teasing, I got a video coming out about wrestling. Now, a lot of my subscribers are like, but ETAP, we don't give two shits about wrestling. Well, you may not give a shit about wrestling, but I know you guys love your physical media. And what the World of Wrestling Entertainment has done is they have taken their streaming service, folded in with Peacock, and put their content on Peacock. And what's going on right now is Peacock is going through and editing out offensive content, which is basically centering on the Attitude Era in WWE, WWF back in the day, which was the best time to be a wrestling fan in the late 90s. There was no better time to be a fan of professional wrestling. If you wanted ultra like adult type wrestling content, storylines, not, a little bit less kiddie shit, that was the time to be a wrestling fan. You had WWF, you had ECW, you had WCW. It was a beautiful time to be a wrestling fan. And as a former almost 10-year veteran of the independent professional wrestling scene, as a worker, a manager, a ring announcer, a promoter, a booker, this is a shit move, and it really hurts the business, and it hurts a lot of the best time to be a person, creative, a worker, a wrestling fan. If you want to look back at that, you just might as well go on YouTube now. And what I want you to do is, if you really want to see the apex of adult themed promos, go right, and not right now. You're watching my show. I love you guys. Thank you. Bitch slap that like button. I see we had the haters stop by this morning. There was already 2 downvotes on the video before I started. I was like, yes. I'm like, they're here, man. My haters. I love you guys. I love you guys. I imagine some of them are probably following me here from Twitter. As I got blocked again by a weirdo on Twitter yesterday because I was like, hey, how's Batwoman doing? 435,000 viewers, huh? Pretty good ratings. Yeah, the new lowest rated episode in the show was this past Sunday. Let me take a sip of my coffee for the working man here. I'm drinking up those Batwoman writer's room tears. Vassy, what's up? Daisy Divine, my amazing co-host with the most, Tony Tone Deaf of the Clown World Review. Go over and watch this Fandom Menace video yet. And I swear to God, there are so many, and I'm going to say this, man. This is the problem I have with a lot of the people in the Fandom Menace. They are so gassed up on just hating things because they don't care about the movement as a whole. All they care about is their little voice yipping, just barking in the dark. if you want to be part of this movement, okay, we're accepting, we're inclusive. We allow anybody in, but don't just hate things to hate them. You gotta have some kind of reason to be. It's woke. Well, how is it woke? There's women in it. Okay, so there's women in something. So what? Women can exist. You know, and that's the thing I really struggle with is I want to see good entertainment, but I don't want to seem as though I'm one of the misogynists, actual misogynists. Some of the things I might say, may come off that way. And I understand that. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm married to a real life strong woman. There is a lot. Yeah, there is a lot that I admire about my beautiful, amazing wife. And she is a true life strong woman. And if I was any kind of misogynist, I don't think she would be married to me. These people are insane, though. Yeah. So, no, I mean, we joke, we have fun here. That's what it's all about. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, then why the hell are you doing it? They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Does this get to be work sometimes? Absolutely. Is it a grind? Absolutely. But is it fun? Yeah. We're at 615 subs right now, trying to get to 625 by tomorrow. If we hit that goal of 625 by tomorrow, I'll do a morning show tomorrow too for you guys. I'll have something special planned. We'll do a morning show tomorrow. Might be a little bit later start time, but retweet the stream and get it out there and encourage people, man. Give the channel a chance. We feature a lot of wonderful creators, a lot of interesting personalities from all kinds of different backgrounds. So yeah, man, join us. It's fun. We trust me. We have a good time over here. Let's see. Daisy Divine says, "Okay, Mrs. Etep, you can turn off the oven." Actually, it's me that does most of the cooking. She does sometimes too, but I try to do most of it to help out. Let's see. Vasti says, "Thank you. I'm sick of the knee-jerk reactions to everything. Let's discuss why it's woke first instead of just ranting." Absolutely. And sometimes you can't help but have a knee-jerk reaction. And that's just mainly because we have been conditioned by these companies to have knee-jerk reactions to things because they've been so terrible to us. They have absolutely treated us like garbage. You know, they call us names. They hurl insults and racial epithets at us. Hey, Nancy Reed, a.k.a. VStar333, thank you for joining us. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, you guys rock, man. You guys are awesome. And I love to see the ladies in the chat. I do. I love it. Because I'm a big analytics person. I look at my analytics and my audience is like 90. It's gotten a little bit better. It was like 99% male at one point, and we're at like 97% now. So we're getting the ladies in the chat more. I say I'm a huge fan of strong women, and I don't mean just strong in the sense like physically, but some of them too. Because if you look back, I keep saying I'm going to have her back on, and she is so busy. And God bless her heart, she is an amazing promoter. And a beautiful, strong, intelligent woman, Miss Jennifer Thomas. She was our guest on episode 119 of Monday Night Going in Raw, and she is a former WWE developmental talent, independent wrestler, bodybuilder, and she is an entrepreneur who runs her own all-female run wrestling promotion now called Women on Fire. An absolute goddess, and I just give a shout out to her. Her website is, all her information is listed in the description to this video, as it is every single video I put out, and I only do that for people who I truly believe in, and she is one of them. And yeah, let's see. Let me acknowledge the chat here. Fenrir Fire says, "Hail to you! Thank you for joining us." Let's see. Girls are the best nerd. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna deny that. Ladies represent. I know we got a lot. There's ladies in the chat right now. I love it, man. Welcome. Like I said, thank you all. Tim Possible, hail to you, Tim Possible. You guys rock. Sorry, I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. My allergies are bugging me this morning. I did not take my Claritin. It's funny too because I'm trying not to do that in the microphone. I apologize. I don't want to blow my nose. I'm the only one here. You know, I have to hang on. Let me play a clip so I can blow my nose. No. It was 70 degrees 2 days ago here, right? So this. I'm just explaining this so I can put this in context. It was 70 degrees 2 days ago, all right? And I wake up this morning at, 6 o'clock, let my doggy out, and I look out the door, and there's snow on the ground. And then next week, it's supposed to be in the 70s. And I hear my son screaming in the background. He's sitting back there watching a movie. Are we going to the cabin? Yes, buddy, you're going to the cabin. I'm taking you to the cabin with Nana and Papa for the weekend. Mom's leaving tomorrow. Dad gets Easter weekend to himself at home. I have work. I'm going to be on Rogue Entertainment Saturday night. Ords Board. What is up, brother? Hail to Ords Board. Go subscribe to Ords. He is one part of the Hair to Menace. Excellent, just down-to-earth, cool cat. Completely. He was a guest on the channel here. I think I had him on once. He's a great guy. He just, big time. No, I'm just kidding, Ords. It's scheduling, man. A lot of these people that I want to stream with, it just boils down to scheduling and trying to coordinate that with people who have pre-existing streams. You reach an impasse sometimes. I'm working on collab. I turned my headphones down. I was like, did something happen to my microphone again? I'm a Hunyak. That's a Hungarian word for those of you wondering. Much love, bro. I'll come back on. Ords, you are more than welcome, brother. I want to bring you back on, man. You're a great dude. And a hell of a good creator. Game streams. It's like I said, we got this community. Hail Rogue Entertainment, man. Ords is another one of my brethren from Rogue Entertainment. I need this coffee this morning. I woke up at 4 o'clock. Check him out. Fenrir Fire. I've seen your name in other chats. You've been here a few times. Like I said, welcome. Welcome to everybody. That's what we're trying to do. We're building this community. The channel in 11 days will turn 2 years old, and people say to me, ETEP, how are you not at 1,000 subscribers yet? And I say, look, here's the deal. They look at my YouTube. They're like, well, your Google account was created in 2013. Yes, and at the time, I had another channel. Dude, thank you, man. I try. I want to entertain. And back to my point, my channel, or my Google account, this Google account particular, started in 2013. I didn't start on this channel. I was in professional wrestling. I was working finance at the time in the auto industry. And I didn't have time, really. I uploaded videos on my other channel that were like wrestling promos, things of the like, for that, because I was balls deep in professional wrestling at the time, and I wasn't. That was my focus. That in my career. It wasn't a parent yet or anything. But yeah, I got back into this. I got an FM radio in 2013, when I started. When I moved across the state, I got into FM radio, and I was like, I got censored. I got suspended from the air, not for cursing or anything, but because I dared have an opinion. Or it says you're going to hit 1K in the next few months. I'm guessing your channel's going fast. Dude, that's the thing is like, I want to be able to offer more, and there's a lot of things, a lot of content that I will offer as exclusives. And my cat is knocking on my table here. How you doing, big fat boy? He's like 18 pounds. He's a big heifer. But yeah, I'm not a cat lady though. I only have one cat, and I'm married and have a kid, so I'm not an old spinster. I'm too ugly to be a spinster. I think that's only a woman thing. What would like the spinster equivalent of a guy be? Like an incel? I don't know. Anyway, before I go off topic too much here, no. So long story short, I started. I wanted to do a podcast, and I didn't start that until I was off the radio, because I was pulled into the office and I was told, we're going to monitor your podcast. And if you say anything that, goes against our corporate guidelines here, then it's going to affect your on-air time. And I'm like, so because I was trying to develop my DJSKN radio personality, DJSKN right here, Y102 Big Rapids. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your Saturday night. Stop hitting the camera, fat ass. I have to move Fat Boy away. He's bumping in the camera. And my voice isn't causing that earthquake. But no, so I waited until I was done in radio, and I quit. They gave me my own classic rock station. I was the only on-air personality on it. Got to do a couple really fun interviews Wish I had the foresight to get recordings of them because I had Mark Slaughter and was it Vince Neil from Motley Crue? And Vince Neil's an asshole. Mark Slaughter from the band Slaughter, amazing, cool guy. I could have talked to him for hours. But it was, dude, get out of here, you fat ass. Hang on. This right here is why the camera is shaking. This big hunk of fur. This is Big Meech. There's my cat. Just derailed myself with the cat. Knock it off. And he's got food in his bowl, too. He's just mad right now because I'm not paying attention to him and the dog's not playing with him. But seriously, I started the podcast sitting on my futon in what is now my office, which my wife and I share because she now works from home because of all this shit. And I was just talking into this. Just this old Galaxy S8 Goober Brothers. What's up, Cody? He says that's a hairy plane. He is a big fucking fluff ball. He's a Norwegian forest cat. Ordsboard says Slaughter rules. Dude, Fly to the Angels, still one of my favorite power ballads. But no, I would sit there and I would just talk into this on the Anchor FM app. And there's still 50 episodes on Anchor FM under E-Temple Queens, a place to be reviews. And originally it just started out me talking about wrestling. And it was, it was fun. I would script it out. I would just handwrite things out because I didn't even have a laptop at the time. Or I did, but I don't think I had one. I would write out scripts. I still have a notebook with all my handwritten scripts in it. And we would sit there and I would go through, I called it my IWE timeline. IWE, Imperial Wrestling Entertainment, was the last company I worked for. We were televised in 20 states on basic cable, and they are now on the Roku network. They have a YouTube channel under Battlezone, IWE Battlezone TV. I am on episodes, if you don't believe me, I am on episodes 18 through, I think, 42 or 44 before I had to take an early retirement. But yeah, so I started doing that. Let me know if I'm roboting in the chat too. I see my meters coming on because the Wi-Fi is kind of jacking around here. We got some heavy winds. Like I said, it was snowing. So let me acknowledge the chat here for a second. I'm rambling. Nancy Reed, aka Star V33, says, "Oh my word, Vince Neil is a beyond asshole. Did a concert with him many years ago, and I'll leave it at that." Yeah, he was just a complete prick. Like, we had a certain amount of time with him. And he just wasn't even interested at all. Lola Meets says, "Morning, Eteb." Good morning, Lola Meets, with one of the best profile pictures on YouTube. Look at ladies representing this morning. Ladies represent. All right, thank you, everybody, for letting me know the audio and video is fine. If it glitches at all, just let me know in the chat, and I'll go off camera. Because that's probably what I'll have to do. But because I'm on Wi-Fi right now, I don't. My wife's using the Ethernet. So yeah, and her job far outweighs mine. Let's just put it that way, in terms of dollars and cents. But no, so I started the podcast talking into my phone, and I had one of my friends came on. The first guest I had on the channel was a guy I used to DJ with, Kyle. Extremely wonderful guy. I actually got him a job in the auto business with me. For a period of time. It wasn't for him, and he's still working on Sunny 97 over in Big Rapids on the west side of the state. I'm in Michigan, so you can look. Yeah, but yeah, man, great guy. Shout out to Kyle. I know he listens in sometimes. And then, I kind of went back and forth. I had another friend of mine on that would see Endgame because the whole thing was I was starting to cover Endgame, and I just. Fenrir Fire, I gotta acknowledge that one. Snowing in the morning, snowing in the evening, snowing at supper time. There you go. Little song. But no, so I brought on a girl I was a woman who I was really good friends with. I've been friends with her, personal friends. We grew up together, kind of. Known her for about 20 some years. We played ball together, named MJ. And wonderful woman. Big, huge comic fan. She was into bodybuilding and stuff. Great girl. Absolutely, really great friend of mine. Couldn't handle some of the unwanted attention that YouTube brought her. Which, I mean, I don't. It's funny now. I look back and she's like a supplement company model now, which is like, You could, but YouTube was a grind, working 2 full-time jobs, trying to go to the gym and do photo shoots and stuff. So I understood. No ill will. Wish her nothing but the best. We haven't spoken in a year, but I have no ill will towards her. I have an amazing co-host now in Tony Tone Deaf, who's probably in the chat, and I love him to death. But so her and I, like we did a Comic-Con together up here, and a lot of fun. So the channel kind of started to take off, and throughout all this, I was inspired by world-class bullshitters, and I make no bones about this. I've spoken to Jeff Hicks many times, about this personally, and told him, I was like, you were a big reason in your channel because I found you after The Last Jedi, and it kind of made me feel like, because I was wondering if I was alone in my feelings of, despondency and just, malaise towards this franchise that I grew up loving, and that all that led me to where I am right here, right now, rambling aimlessly to you guys about, how this all came to be. And the point I'm trying to make is April 11th will be 2 years, which is, I believe April 11th is a Monday. I don't know, but there'll be something special. Yeah. World class. Ord says world class is great. And yeah, my birthday, Monday, April 19th is going to be a very special stream, because not only are you going to get me on my birthday, my 41st birthday, myself, Tony Tone Deaf, and new permanent cast member on Monday nights, the Red Gaze. Big shout out to the Red Gaze and Sunsworn Sword of Vengeance. Big shout out to Red Gaze, man. His channel's in the description too, and I believe I have his link to Sunsworn in there too. That comic book will be going live soon. Great guy, absolutely funny as hell. Another member of Rogue Entertainment. Shout out to them. We're gonna have on. Jeff is going to come on. My boy Nick Utam will be on, and Kendo Slice will be on Monday night with us. Too. Yes, Ords, I'm 1 day short of 420, which is a fact I've never let my mom live down. But yeah, so we'll be joined by 3/4 of the bullshitters. I'm ETEP's little silver medal. Tony, you just don't have, never mind. You're just not as pretty as her. It's all right, bro. I love you, man. You do more for this channel than she ever did. I mean, like I said, I'm not shortchanging what she did when she was on, but we were a much different channel then. We've evolved, and we've become what we are now. And I don't say me, I say we, because this is a team effort. It's not just me. It's not just Tony. It's not just it's all of us. It's the people that come on as panelists. It's anybody that has contributed to this channel. It is we, not me. And I say that not because I'm kind of calling you my comrades for that, but no, really. It's a team effort, and teamwork makes the dream work, and any other little, catchphrases and sayings I can throw out there. Should we get to an article, guys? I'm kind of rambling. But no, I just wanted to, in a roundabout way, kind of give you guys a little, just a little background if you're familiar, if you're not familiar with how it all started. And if it, if you're new here, like I said, welcome everybody. Sip of coffee for the working man, because I'm still waking up. Even though I've been up for about 4 hours now, and I've got as soon as I'm done with here, we're going to upload the Daily Short today, guys. I really want to talk to you about this for a minute before we get into the first article. The Daily Short today, if you didn't see the one yesterday, check it out. I talked about Rachel Leichman from the Mary Sewage. Frankie knows, but that last night, is it the Mary Sue or the Mary Sewage? I'm pretty sure it's the Mary Sewage, the nexus of garbage tier journalism. But no, check out that Daily Short. It's 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Today's is like 4 minutes long. 4 minutes long, but it is still a short, concise video. And I guarantee you're going to love it. You're gonna love it. And I guarantee it. I sound like that guy from Men's Warehouse. Let's see. TB2BR has evolved into smoking busty blonde goddess. We all dreamt of as a young. If I did, I'd never leave that. I mean, I'm just kidding. Let me, Ords this family, baby. Absolutely, man. This is a team effort. It really is. I couldn't do this all by myself. That's why, like Monday night, I was Tony and I were talking. I said, I really want a panel, a permanent panel where we don't have, and I love having guests on, but that's what the Wednesday night show is for. And I apologize to those of you who love the Friday night show, because the Friday night show is rapidly becoming a popular show on this channel, which for me meant a lot, because I mean, let's face it, we're streaming with Friday Night Tights is on, which hashtag get ETAP on Friday Night Tights. I saw that a couple times in the chat last night, and I was like, thank you. All the blue-haired cat ladies read the Mary Sue. They do. And if you watched the show last night, we extensively perused Rachel Leischman's Twitter, and I'm shocked she doesn't have a side shave, a blue hair, and a septum ring. And I'm not saying that look on some women doesn't look really fucking hot, because God knows it does. But if they're an intersectional feminist, that ruins everything. That just ruins everything. Let me go off camera here. I'm done. You guys don't have to stare at my fucking ugly mug anymore, or the glare off the top of my rather Telly Savalas shiny head. Let's see. So we're gonna go over here. Bounding into comics. Click on this article here. We're gonna look at. I want to talk about this because I was watching a video this morning about the Warner Brothers want to get rid of, they want to do away with the Snyderverse. And to me, I mean, it's like you're spitting in the face of your fan base. I don't understand the how or the why behind that. It doesn't make sense to me. These are for-profit companies, okay? Companies want to make a profit. You want to put out a product that people like, they want to purchase. Consumerism is talking somebody out of their hard-earned money. That's what it is. It's just the exchange of goods and services. I mean, I don't know. I don't picture myself, like I said, running a restaurant. Say ETEP's a restaurant, okay? ETEP's got a steakhouse. Somebody comes in, they're like, hey, can I get a salad? And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why would you want a salad? Get out of here. Get out. Leave. You're a bigot. You're an incel. You're a neckbeard. You're an alt-right troll. You're a Russian bot. Get out of my restaurant. How dare you? Like, no, man, if you want a salad, I'll sell you a salad. I'm going to look at you a little funny because you came to a steakhouse and you ordered a salad. I mean, but I'm going to serve you a salad. I'm not going to tell you no, because I want your money, because your money keeps me in business. Like, I'm not going to come out here. Like, if I came out here and did all the content that I wanted, I probably wouldn't have subscribers, because not that I don't do content that I want, because I do. But I mean, there's content that I've tried to do in this channel that just hasn't worked. And that means you stop doing it. You see what I'm saying? There's a correlation. It's cause and effect. I begrudgingly love The Walking Dead still. I watch it every Sunday when it's on. That being said, I absolutely hate how the show has been with these bonus episodes for season 10. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Now we're coming to the season finale for season 10, which is titled Here's Negan. That being said, Negan, one of my favorite villains in any media. I love the Walking Dead comic. I've been reading it since almost its inception, and I love it. Negan's character and story arc, one of the best in the entire series. I love Negan. The Here's Negan spinoff series was fucking amazing. Now they're going to translate that on screen in one episode. Hillary Burton, Morgan. Hillary Burton, if you remember, was on One Tree Hill, which I unashamed to say, I love that show. I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time, because Negan and Lucille, his wife, we get to see that translated onto the big screen, and they have chemistry. Obviously, they're husband and wife, which is great. So I'm excited and nervous at the same time for that. We'll probably talk about it a little bit on Monday after the episode airs, because it's going to be great. Yeah. Or the Here's Negan was great. It was. That arc in the books, or in the spinoff, the 6-book series was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Snortapoopus Q Burr. Hello, humans and other critters of the chat. Hello to you, Snortapoopus Q Burr. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right. We're here, bounding into comics, now that I'm done ranting and everything. Bounding into comics. Rumor, Dwayne Johnson pressuring Warner Brothers to restore the Snyderverse so Black Adam can fight the Justice League. Yeah, I don't... okay, so Snyder Cut fans have been called terrorists, a small vocal minority, a bunch of bigots, and been Zack Snyder sure like the fact that there was people that got his movie released, but then he came out and he proved to be just another one of the Hollywood elite. I'm sorry, I'm not involved in that whole situation, and I'm not interjecting myself in that situation. But I feel as a content creator, it's been talked about, but I can't help but feel like I wasn't the hugest like release the Snyder Cut guy. Did I want it? Yeah. Did I watch it? Yeah. Did I sail the high seas to watch it? Yes. Especially after his little performance there. I'm not paying you a dime. You're not getting a dime of my money after that. Sorry, dude. Sorry, you're not getting it. It's not. No. So I don't know. I don't see them. I don't see them releasing or going back to the Snyderverse now. Let's see. Wait. Fenrir Fire says the episode where Negan bashed everyone's brains and triggered so many people, and it wasn't even real in the show. Yeah. That episode. They kill people. Oh, I'm quitting because he killed Glenn. I'm like, have you not read the fucking comics? And I know it's the same thing with Marvel. The show is the show. The movies are the movies. The comics are the comics. There's different. There's a difference. Absolutely. But don't. It wasn't even that bad. I mean, on TV, it's. Do these people not realize that it's a work? It's a work, man. It's special effects. It was so violent. You're watching a show called The Walking Dead set in a post-apocalyptic world. There are no safe spaces in a world like that. I'm sorry. There are no safe spaces in the real world, to be honest with you. But these asshats seem to forget that. Let's see here. Okay. Tim Possible. The Snyder Cut was metal, man. Loved it. I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it. I did. And people find it odd to believe. I watched it. I watched the whole thing on my phone. I know. I'm insane. But when your days are structured like mine, I didn't have time to sit down and watch it on my TV or even my computer. It was like, I got to watch it on the phone. Daisy says, how dare we want multi-billion-dollar companies to produce the best product they can? That's it. WB doesn't want to make money. Ditch JJ. Oh, we'll get into that. Ords Board, it did what it was supposed to do. It was, I missed your comment. It was supposed to get an emotional response. Absolutely. Might do the 3-day. Yeah. I want to watch. I know my wife was like, because we're getting rid of the kid tonight. He's going to Nana's. She was like, I want to watch, because I talked about watching Godzilla vs. Kong, so I was going to do the same thing. I was just going to sit here and watch it on my phone. Because the sites I go to watch these, I'm not putting it on my work computer or even my other laptop. I have a backup laptop, my work computer. I was like, I'll watch it on my phone. My tablet is too old. It won't interface anymore. It's just, I have like, what is it, a 2013 Tab S4? I think it is. It's so old. I mean, I used to play games on it. Now it won't even do that anymore. But, yeah, the 3-day, I might do that, the trial, just to watch Godzilla vs. Kong on my 4K TV, because I want to see that. I want to see that movie in the theater. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go to a theater this weekend. And the nearest one that's open, I think, is about 60 miles from me, which I have no problem driving to. It's like a 45-minute drive down the expressway. But I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it right now. Yeah. Watching movies on the phone isn't so bad. No, it's not. I need a new phone though. This is a S8. It's like 3 years old. And that's usually the life expectancy of my phones is like 3 years old, because I'm unfortunately like attached to it. So I feel like Ryan in that episode of The Office where they go to the gay bar for trivia, and the host is getting mad because he's on his smartphone. You can't be on a smartphone during trivia, and they take his phone away, and he has to quit the trivia game because he can't be without his phone. That's like me sometimes, but I do my best when my son's around, because when he's around, it's like I'm not going to sit there on my phone. I'm not going to be that parent that's like going like this, like, hey, knock it off. Hey, what are you doing? Oh shit, no, that's not me. I'm an active, involved parent. Like I work at my son's school. Yeah, I do a lot. I have a lot of irons and a lot of fires. But yeah, that's not my parenting style. Godzilla vs. Kong was awesome. Sure, not winning any Oscars, but it did its job. The only drawback to those MonsterVerse movies is usually the human aspect of it. Godzilla vs. Kong Skull Island, a lot of people are like, oh, it had Brie Larson. Well, she was forgettable. You more focused on John C. Reilly, Tom Hiddleston, and Samuel L. Jackson. There was a good cast in that movie. So she was just forgettable. It was like at the end of it, it's like, oh, wait, she's here. Oh, okay, I forgot she was in this. But yeah, okay, so I've totally went off topic. Let's get back to this article. The campaign to restore the Snyderverse will be no easy task if it is to bear fruit. A fervent and driven fandom got Zack Snyder's Justice League released 4 years after the film's original theatrical premiere, and now they want all of that film's continuity back in play. However, taking a step back, it is clear they need someone in their corner to do the heavy lifting. Excuse me, this is just, it's bad. I don't see why you wouldn't want this. Go away, pop-ups. Nobody likes you. As it turns out, Black Adam and beefy action star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson might be the guy to answer the call. A new scoop by Small Screen asserts that The Rock watched all 4 hours of the Snyder Cut, liked it, and wants to hold on to the stuff that's in it. According to a source who spoke to Small Screen, Dwayne Johnson texted his team and said, "We need Henry in our movie. We need the Snyderverse," after viewing Snyder's Justice League. I agree. He also has big goals involving the whole Justice League cast. As Small Screen says, he is a big fan of each actor and wants to work with them all, possibly in a scenario with Adam facing off against the entire league. He's also keen on some kind of interaction with Jeremy Irons' Alfred, whose performance Johnson really enjoyed, said one source. Yes, Jeremy Irons as Alfred was, God, I hate to say on par or better than Michael Caine, but damn, he was good. He was really good in that role, and I mean, you're talking the voice of Scar from the original Lion King. You know what I mean? Jeremy Irons' voice is absolutely iconic. So I really liked him as Alfred. Seeing him in that role, you know, I was happy. I was like, this is a good thing. This is a what the. Sorry. Sorry. Oh God, I don't know if that audio came through or not on there, but yeah, the stupid ads here. Let's see. There are several reports of warring factions at Warner Media against the Snyderverse, with Johnson on the side of restoring it. The people's champion, I am the people's. I will fight The Rock for that title. Could have a chance to use his celebrity to sway WB. I'm not fighting The Rock. He's big. Just kidding. I would love to get back in ring shape. I'd have to put on about another 30. I'd have to put the 30 pounds I lost back on and get in, be in the weight room for about 8-9 months to be close to looking relatively good to get in the ring with him. I would love to work a match with The Rock. I mean, his move set is like 4 moves. I actually have a broader move set than him. So, Rock, I'm calling you out, man. I'm calling you out. Anytime. I'm just kidding, dude. I love Dwayne Johnson. I do. Talented, funny guy. He came out a bit askewed during this past year. That little election thing that went on. I was like, you're just doing that to keep people, placated, buddy. No better casting than Amber Heard and her British twin. I've lost interest in BW. Oh, Warner Brothers. They should have released the movie for Captain. Oh, Black Widow. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Black Widow should have been released in like 2015. Ironheart is apparently a vanity project, like so many. It's a black writer inserting herself into the story. Disney's getting woke. Everything has to be black. Black, yeah, and it's not the problem of the ethnicity of the writers. It's the reasoning that they're hiring them. It has nothing to do. And this. I will say this. This is the crux of my short video today. Is the virtue signaling, the performative virtue signaling on a corporate level by we're going to focus on Disney Marvel. in this video, in this brief 4-minute video that I'll be releasing at noon today. So be sure to look out for that. Geekosity editor-in-chief Mikey Sutton submitted his intel as well. His sources tell him Johnson, quote, wasn't pleased with the news of the Snyderverse's demise, which came directly from Warner CEO Ann Sarnoff, who clearly knows nothing about the product and brand that she runs. Johnson, having creative control over his franchise, was looking forward to possible crossovers. Given those factors, it said he might override the executives by going over their heads and straight to AT&T. According to Sutton, the communications conglomerate and parent company of Warner would side with the megastar over the studio, especially if he can deliver $1 billion gross Black Adam. I can see that happening. I can see a big money gross for Black Adam if they're able to get some cameos from the Justice League actors, if you're able to bring in Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and to a lesser extent, God, I don't want to see Ezra Miller, though. Is it me, or is Ezra Miller like the most just pitiful, pathetic excuse for a Flash ever? Like, I really, as bad as the Flash TV show has gotten, Grant Gustin is head over heels better than Ezra Miller. It's just, it's sad. It really is. That you're forced to just, he's a joke. I'm sorry. Ezra Miller's not a good actor. He's not a good actor. He is just a weird guy. And I just had, what was it? At one point, I have a sister that I don't speak with anymore. And she told me, well, you're just, it was like the same thing with Harry Styles. If you insult Harry Styles, you're just jealous because he looks good in women's clothes. And I was like, wait, what? Like, you have to understand, my sister's an insane fucking SJW. Excuse my language. I don't like to curse much on the morning show. I don't. People listening at work, wherever, in your car, that's mostly the nighttime show. And I'm really going to have to curtail a lot of that too as we get closer to monetization. The licensed music's going to go away, but that's okay. That's all right. You'll have the same great content you always do. I'm not going to circumvent my beliefs for the small amount of money that I will bring on YouTube. And I say this in all seriousness. I don't care if I'm monetized. I really don't. I'll keep doing this even if I don't get monetized, because I love doing this. And a small amount of money as a payment for doing what I love to do, I'm just going to turn around and reinvest that into the channel, equipment, things of the like, merch. I want stuff to give away. I'm going to be doing giveaways. Leo Red, I still owe you a Place to Be review sticker. I apologize. I have one left. Completely forgot to mail it to you. I'm sorry. I haven't updated my whiteboard. I have a whiteboard with my schedule on it written down. And since I've changed up things in the channel, I haven't had time to change my whiteboard up yet. I need to do that. I know. This weekend is going to be a very, very busy creative weekend for me. I Love the 80s series is starting. Try to kick that off next week. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say that now, ladies and gentlemen. I felt bad. I was getting a grocery pickup at the store yesterday at Walmart, and I hate Walmart, but I don't want to hold that against their employees. It's not their fault. I had and nothing happened wrong. I got my grocery pickup, and the two young ladies that brought my groceries out to my truck. I said, hey, have a good day, guys. And I said, I'm sorry. I said, I apologize for that. I said, ladies, have a wonderful day. And they were like, oh, it's fine. Like, we don't care. I'm like, that's the beauty of living where I do. It's like, there's not a lot of insane, I live in a very small town. There's only 12,000, 13,000 people. So yeah, it's a lot small. Actually, it might be smaller than that now. A lot smaller than, I moved back here to take care of my aging parents. I'm a terrible person, I know. But where I lived before, this is my hometown. I moved away for 6 years with my wife, and we came home. We had moved back here. I already had my son, and that was a university town, so it was very diverse. But yeah, I mean, moving back here, it's a very different. It's, you know, even though I grew up here, it's just weird being back here now, to see the difference in just people. I'm a big just people watcher. That's what I do when I go to theme parks. I'm terrified of roller coasters, so I people watch. Holly Weird in the White House being shared by Ground Zero for creepy. Yeah, they do. I don't like to get political, but yeah, there's just too many weirdos today. The further basis for this conclusion can be found in what Sutton reported months ago, that AT&T brass were the big believers in the Snyder Cut and used their influence to get it finished. Remember, their primary concern was and still is getting HBO Max up and running with desirable content. Zack Snyder's Justice League and the huge numbers it's drawing in views and new signups for the service are giving them exactly what they hoped for. So, hey, I didn't know. So if The Rock says he wants Henry Cavill's Superman and Snyder's Justice League in his movies, chances are they'll smell what he's cooking. Oh, I love it. What do you make of the rumor? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what you guys think of this. I think that. God, you know, would I like to see the Snyderverse restored? To a certain extent, yeah. Let me go back here, because I got some funny Ezra Miller comments. Let's go back up here to Tim Possible, who says Ezra Miller is no Barry Allen. Grant Gustin, yeah, absolutely. Ezra Miller is a far cry from being Barry Allen. Barry Allen never wore dresses and choked women. Is Ezra confused about the Flash? He's trying to play a man baby. Yeah. They should have made Ezra Miller play Robin just so Joker can kill him. Can we do a death in the storyline and recast Ezra Miller as Robin just so we kill his son of a bitch off? Was he Dick Grayson when he got killed off? Vassy says Ezra Miller is creepy in the Flash scene, creepy in the movie. Yeah, he was weird. Ezra is playing himself. Ezra is Barry Allen. Ezra is barely Allen. Weird dudes aplenty. Yep. Lola Meat says Ezra is a weirdo. Vassy, Daisy Vine, 100%. Let's see. Understatement. Yeah. Holly, we went over that. Let's see. The Rock will probably get his way. The man just bought a football league. He'll make it happen. Yeah, didn't he buy the XFL from Vince McMahon because it went under again? Yeah, man. I am, like I said, there's a couple Rock action figures over there I bought years ago when I used to buy the wrestling figures too. Which I wish I never would have sold my Revco. I think it was Remco AWA figures. I actually sold them to a collector in Australia with a lot of MASH figures I had too. Yeah. Regrets aplenty on selling those. But no, really, this, like I said, if the Snyder Cut was any indication of what a fan campaign can do, I don't know. Restoring a whole cinematic universe might be a more daunting task than simply getting a movie released. But that being said, AT&T, was it Time Warner or whatever, they were willing to drop, was it $70 million or something into the Snyder Cut. So we very well could get that done. I know Walter Hamada himself isn't a fan of the Snyder stuff. He's a Jar Jar Abrams fan. Excuse me. He wants that Ta-Nehisi Coates, that sweet diversity. And again, nothing wrong with diversity. Nothing at all. When it's organic and merit-based and it makes sense. Don't just say, hey, we need diversity and we're just going to hire a bunch of people for diversity's sake if they're not qualified to perform the tasks, in the position that they're hired for. Ta-Nehisi Coates that's a bad move. I'm telling you right now. They're like Lucasfilm, okay? You want to cut off your nose to spite your face because you just got all these fans back. All right? You got all these fans back, the Justice League, and yep, there is a copy of where the fuck is it at? Sorry, I did it again. There's a copy of Justice League right here behind me. I didn't buy it. Somebody bought it for my son for Christmas, but it's there. It's in the ether. Snyder Cut, superior in every single way. Every single way. There was nothing redeeming about that, the way that movie turned out. It was, yeah. But, it's there. It's in the ether. Would I much rather have a dark, gritty, all-around DC universe? No, I wouldn't. Because I don't want to see Zack Snyder's vision in Shazam. I don't want to see Zack Snyder's vision in Aquaman. All right? I liked the James Wan Aquaman, and I know those two movies are Jeff Johns movies, and I've been critical of Jeff Johns in the past, and I can differentiate aspects of things. And that's the beauty of not having cognitive dissonance like a lot of these weirdos have. They can't, they think things are just mutually exclusive to each other when they're not, and so on. But this is a make or break thing for the DC EU right now, because the DC animated universe, like I said, I can reach back here and there's Justice League War, Flashpoint Paradox, one of the best DC movies in the recent era, and that includes animated and live action. That movie was great. To see Thomas Wayne, just gunning people down. He was, I can't remember the female villain at the beginning. He just threw her off a goddamn roof, and Flash came in and saved her. But I'm like, I would love to see Michael Keaton play Thomas Wayne in the Andy Muschietti Flash movie, which now Michael Keaton is kind of, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back and do this because of the COVID shit. And it's like, I think Michael Keaton would be more than willing to come back if it was that dark, gritty, type universe and movie he was going to be in, as opposed to the bright, shiny, sparkly, Justice League, Jeff Johns type. But Young Justice was great. I haven't seen Young Justice, I don't think. I don't think I've seen that one. I know my son loves those movies though. He's watched. I was like, he watched The Killing Joke with me, which my wife was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, look. I'm like, he watched Halloween 4 with me. He's watched a couple Friday the 13th movies. Yes, I know. He was 4 at the time. All right. Or 5. Well, he was 5. He was 5. But he's been watching The Walking Dead since he was since he was in his little bouncer. And he's not scared of it, man. The kid loves monsters and stuff. Obviously I don't let him sit there and watch the whole movie, but the ones, the Halloween he's seen, it was on network TV, so kind of edited. Ordsboard says Michael Keaton is Thomas Wayne, mind blown. Yeah. To me, dude, either Keaton or JDM, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, would make a amazing Thomas Wayne. Jeffrey Dean Morgan already played Thomas Wayne in, was it Batman Begins? The first Nolan movie? Was it that one? I can't remember. There's been so many different fucking timelines. Thomas Wayne orders pizza from Arnold's Pizza Shop. He gets 9mm bullets on his pie. Watch Young Justice on Max. 3 awesome seasons of good hero story. The kid will love it. Yeah, like I said, man, I got to get a Roku device. I got to get one because my TV, it's 4K. I got it like probably 3 months ago. I don't know. I could probably add the app on it. I'm so technologically stupid. It's insane, people. It is insane. It's part of the reason why I haven't got a new phone yet. Like I said, Samsung Galaxy S8, and I'm still figuring out how to use some of the stuff on it. I was like, oh, it actually does that? Let's be honest. It took me, I didn't even know I could screenshot things. Boomer. No, I figured screenshots out at least 2 years ago. But no. So to bring this back to WB and the whole situation with the Restore the Snyderverse. Like I said, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Are you in favor of it? I'm guessing a lot of you probably are. But I think that you can have movies like Aquaman and Shazam in the same universe with your Snyder type movies. It just takes a little bit of creative coordination to make these things work and to make them flow into each other. it's compromise. It's give and take. It's a relationship. And that's the problem anymore. These people don't think you can have mutually beneficial working relationships when it comes to properties like this. They want to keep everything separate. But that all goes back to, segregation of ideologies and things of the like. One in the chat for Restore the Snyderverse. Thank you, Daisy. One in the chat for Restore the Snyderverse. If you guys want that, give me those ones if that's what you want to see. I don't agree that you need to separate the ideologies to have a cohesive universe. That being said, if you want a black Superman, you have, Val Zod and Calvin Ellis that are already pre-existing. Okay, you don't need to get rid of Henry Cavill. Jesus, God in heaven. Why would you get rid of Henry Cavill? If you want to attract a new set of eyes to your product and new dollars into your coffer, you keep Henry Cavill as Superman. I need say no more than look at Anna, that Star Wars girl who turns into Niagara Falls whenever Henry Cavill is on screen. There's women are like that with Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa. They're guys that those are men that women want and men want to be. You know what I mean? It's like, now I'm 40. I don't want to be Henry Cavill or Jason Momoa, but would I like to sit down and have a beer or shoot the shit with them? Absolutely, because they're interesting. They're talented, and it's like Cavill especially. He seems like a cool guy. Jason Momoa has kind of shown he's a little bit out there, a little bit Hollywood weirdo. That's okay though. I don't hate the guy for it. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate people for their views. I hate them when their views are forced upon me, and then I'm denigrated for not just falling in line and lockstepping with a mainstream, not even a mainstream ideology, a fringe ideology that is perpetrated and purported as a mainstream ideology. I don't like that. I'm pulling out the dollar words here today, guys. Lola Meat says, Anna's going to show up now. Okay. I would have no problem with that. She seems like, and she seems like a sweet kid. She really does. Her videos are good. Big shout out to her. She's talented. Yeah, Anna, that Star Wars girl is, absolute, seems like a sweetheart. Nothing but love and respect out of me for that young lady. I feel for a lot of female YouTube creators, because the nature of this business, and they get a lot of, like I said, I spoke about my old co-host, MJ. There's a lot of unwanted attention, for attractive female creators. Some of them choose to monetize that. Some of them don't. But I mean, can I just have a brief PSA to all the men out there watching these women? Don't be creepy. Don't be creepy, guys. If you want to see these weirdos on all these websites like the Mary Sewage and Gossip Cop or whatever, Vulture or Polygon, Bleeding Cool, all these weirdos, the Screen Rants, Movie Web, all these, that Rewriting Shitly, podcast. If you want to see, Lola Meat says, say it one more time. Cavill. I'm waiting for that Star Wars girl to fall out of the ceiling somewhere. If you want to continue, men, to be insulted by websites like this, we got a lot of ones in the chat. Everybody wants to restore the Snyderverse. I agree. I do. I agree. Like I said, the two visions can coexist and form an amalgamation of just a beautiful cinematic universe that you need to step back and develop like the MCU did. But anyway, guys, this is my PSA to you. Please, 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 do not make weird comments to these ladies. There's ladies in the chat right now. I want, like I said, I want to make them feel welcome. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. Do we talk about things on the night shows that are, of a somewhat explicit nature at times? Yeah, we do. But a lot of it is tongue in cheek, and it's quote unquote locker room talk. And like I said, ladies, I'm sorry, And if I've offended any of you, I do apologize, because I truly do care about my subscribers, and I want people to feel welcome. But odds are, to the ladies in this community, you're probably used to listening to this kind of stuff if you listen to, if you listen to these guys, a lot of these other creators, and I'm not casting aspersions on anybody, not anybody at all, but you're used to that kind of stuff. And, I've always been careful when I have female guests on because I want to welcome them. I don't want them to be weirded out by anything. And I've never had any complaints. So thank you all. I do appreciate that. And guys, like I said, just don't be weird. Bro, she's not going to you. Okay. She's not going to you. So don't creep in her DMs. Don't constantly, a compliment is one thing, but if you compliment and then get mad when it's not acknowledged, you're being weird. Okay. That's my little PSA. Just treat everybody with respect, especially our lovely ladies of the Fandom Menace. Treat them with respect. That's it. And that's me not virtue signaling, but that's just me being a gentleman. I was raised to be a gentleman. I was raised to open doors, pull out chairs, and that's what I'm instilling in my 5-year-old are those values, is old school values, that, that toxic masculinity that is hated so much. Snorta Poopus Q versus Cavill, Cavill, Cavill. Oh, that gets a, let's see, wait, what do we got here? I need a better clip for, I need a better clip for that when somebody does something good, because let's see. I don't want to play this one, but we'll do this.
Because that's what heroes do.
Is anybody looking forward to that? The Thor 4 Love and Thunder. We could talk about that for a minute, because I don't really talk about Marvel. We talk about it in the live streams. I don't really do many Marvel videos anymore. I reviewed the entire WandaVision series, and I think all 9 videos maybe got like 200 views total. Nobody gives a shit about my Marvel videos. That's why I don't make single release Marvel videos anymore. We keep it to I keep it to the live streams because I have a captive audience. No, you're always free to leave, but please don't. I don't need the watch hours, but I enjoy my chat. I enjoy my people. Ord's Board says nothing wrong with chivalry. No. And that's the thing, is like these weird feminists, they think chivalry is benevolent. They always conflate chivalry with benevolent sexism. And, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, look who's here, man. M. Dastardly. What's up, bro? I keep saying this. I got to get you back on the show, man. I can never remember if you're on Twitter or not. Shoot me a DM. We'll get you back on the show. Probably next week, man. If you're free, we'll talk. We'll just shoot me a DM or an email. I can't remember. Like I said, I can't remember if you're on Twitter or not. Let's see. What's it for? Number 1 show, WandaVision, to get many videos made. No, I did. Like I said, I did every episode of WandaVision. Reviewed it. Plus, did some auxiliary videos for it. Not ratings, but like theories, things of the like. And I think the most viewed video I did for WandaVision was the red herring video about Emma Caulfield, who played Dottie, was her name on the show. The one that everybody thought was going to be like, a tie to Mephisto, or Mephisto was hiding under the fucking coffee cups, or Mephisto was hiding in the toaster, or Mephisto. I felt like, what's her name? Was it Marsha? No, Jan. Mephisto. It's always Marsha. But that's what I feel like. I'll send you an email, dude. Yeah, email me. We'll get you back on the show, brother. It's been too long. And that's it, man. I want to talk to my people out there. If you've been a guest on the show and I haven't had you on in a while, odds are it's because I am just out in left field sometimes, and I have a huge amount of rotating panelists, and I'm sorry. A lot of the people that come on are just like regulars now. So I apologize to anybody. I've had amazing guests. M. Dashley is he's an awesome guy. He's just awesome to talk to. A really chill dude. I actually listened to one of the episode you were on the other day when I was going back through checking out things. But no, man, there's like him, Comic Normie. Ords hasn't been on in a while. Ords, like I said, brother, I got to get you on. I got to get you back on, dude. Yeah, man, there's a lot of cool people. And then there's just some people that were on, and it's just like, I feel like I'm just like, just not. Oh, am I beat bopping? If anyone wants to hear a good Thor jam, check out Thor by Therion. Fenrir Fire says, all right. Am I beat bopping, chat? Daisy says I am. All right. Here, let me, let's see. All right, we're coming back. I see the signal popping back up a little bit. Yeah, I got to get another Ethernet cable for out here. There we go. We should be back in full effect now. I feel like Mike and Mike in the morning. Back and better than ever on ESPN Radio. Mike and Mike in the morning. I used to listen to that every day. And then they just kind of went, I stopped watching ESPN, but that's another story altogether. So Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder. I don't have an article for this. I'm just kind of going to talk about it a little bit. Because the first time I watched Ragnarok, I kind of liked it. I do need a signal booster out here. Like I said, because I stream off of Wi-Fi. And that's why in the morning show, I don't generally have guests on. Author Stephen Walt, let me give a shout out to him. He's been on. Commander Cody from Goober Brothers Entertainment has been come on. He's come on, but I generally, this is kind of my, this is kind of just my little, I like talking, man. I talked for a living on the radio. And this is kind of now, I enjoy this. It's kind of my time I get a lot off the top of my head and I get my thoughts out there more so, because, I talk a lot on my streams, but I want to let my guests, I want my panel to be able to get their stuff over too. But let me look up something here real quick. Conflicted. M. Dastardly says, conflicted. Am I conflicted about Thor 4? Yeah, a little bit. Vassy says, I have no interest in Thor 4. I was at first. Okay, here was my thing. Now, this goes all the way back to 2019 and SDCC, where they did all the big Marvel reveals for the shows that were coming up that we're now seeing on Disney Plus come to fruition. WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, things like that. They did that reveal for the Eternals, which I was like, I need right now. I need the Frolic song from Curb Your Enthusiasm, because it's just like, like I don't care. I feel like Larry David in that, where he jumps out the window. I don't care. I don't care about the Eternals at all. I watched a video yesterday put out by a large channel regarding plot leaks on a subreddit, and they've been verified for the Eternals. I listened to the entire video. After that, confirmed, no interest in the Eternals, none whatsoever. I don't even care how it advances the MCU. I'll listen to reviews of it to glean what actually happened and people's takeaways from people I trust. I'm not going to watch the movie until I can watch it for free. I'm not going to watch it. Machiny 90, what's up, brother? Hail to you. Machiny 90 is one of the great artists of the fourth wave. Another Rogue Entertainment member. This is like the Rogue family meeting here. I love it, man. Hail, Machiny. Hail, sir. Go over and subscribe to Mac if you're not yet. Brilliant artist. Dude can draw the booty. You can just draw, period, man. An amazing artist. Talented young man. Give him a subscription, man. Help him grow that brand. Let's see. Daisy says, problem with cosmic beings, they can just wipe out worlds. No fun. No, it's a MacGuffin. These characters are they're built in MacGuffins. Like that. Now, to bring it back to Thor, and I said this goes all the way back to SDCC 2019, before the world got turned on its head in 2020. I was like, for the first couple days that they announced, I'm like, all right, cool, man, Thor. And then, well, I can't even say that, because then it was, hey, Jane Foster's going to take over. And I'm like, why? For people like me that didn't like Thor Ragnarok, it was still a well-received movie overall. Is it different than the Ragnarok comics? Absolutely. Have I read them? No. Do I know people that read them and have told me firsthand that they're, it's a lot different? Yes. All the MCU is different than the comics. To varying degrees and extents, it is different. My thing about this is, you have how many years of Thor mythology that you can draw from? You choose to go to 2014 and pull that Jason Aaron's run and say, and Taika Waititi bends the knee and hands the fucking hammer to, I'm sorry to curse, I'm sorry, to Jane Foster and Natalie Portman to bring her back in. Just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just
Why?
There's no reason to do it. There's no reason to do it. Nobody was clamoring for a Jason Aaron's run. Maybe like a small, here I go, a small vocal minority. No, really, there was not a mainstream call for the Jason Aaron's run. That was Kevin Feige. And it's MCU time. It's MCU time. And I say that not to denigrate the wonderful female characters, the ones that are wonderful. There's wonderful female characters in Marvel. I don't understand why you're doing this now. Natalie Portman got some gains, but yeah, her as Thor not so much. Okay, and I say this as somebody who is if I have to show my hand a little bit, I absolutely love fit, muscular women. I do. To all extents, I think they're beautiful. I think it is like your body's a canvas, and that is it is a fucking masterpiece. I'm a huge fan of that. I am. As somebody who has been has done work in bodybuilding, I've been sponsored by a supplement company. 13 years ago, I was sponsored by a supplement company, and we kind of had a falling out. That's fine. We chose not to continue our agreement, but I know what it takes to get there. I've been shredded. I've been big and jacked. I have the utmost respect for that. I do. And Natalie Portman, those pictures were weird to me. It was like it looked like I was just like, I don't know. It was weird. I was like, are those? She didn't look. I don't know. It's just like. I couldn't, I don't know. It was just, the pictures were weird. I want to see more clear pictures. And I'm not saying this because I want to see her from a sexual standpoint. I want to see her in like a posing suit. I want to see what she looks like. You know, it did look Photoshopped, Vassy. Absolutely. It did look Photoshopped. I'm just like, that's not like, okay, let me play a few seconds of something for you. This to me, This is what a female action star should look like, okay? This is my friend. This is Miss Jennifer Thomas right here. This is what a female action star should be built like. I'm sorry.
For a ride. Picked up. Oh, holding her in the air and the big suplex. Beautiful advance there. Oh, switches over. Oh, nice. A wrestler standing 5'1" inches tall.
She's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch, and she calls herself that. She knows it. You know, built, beautiful, can fight, is intelligent. She's a bad bitch. That right there is an action star. You need that. You want these roles to look good. That's like M. Dashley. That's like a stunt woman. You know what I mean? That is like you look at Cat Pan Mediocre, for example. Brie Larson. Brie Larson. Yeah. You look at her, and it's like she. My workout routine was so, I was pushing Jeeps and.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Yes, it is. You're not an action star. I did all my own stunts. Yeah, it's 2 stunt doubles. I'm a fan of Zeta Zhang. I'll look her up, man. I'll look her up. But yeah, they don't. These like Natalie Portman, I gave Katie Cassidy a lot of credit on she was on Arrow. She got kind of, she got a little bit cut up. I'm like, because she was just always very skinny and a beautiful woman, but just always very thin. And I see her get a little bit of cut. I'm like, there you go, girl. I'm like, you look like an action star. It's like Ruby Rose on Batwoman. I'm like, girl, you're 110 pounds. And I'm not saying that because I hate women. I'm saying that because you versus me. Like when I'm say I was in my wrestling shape, I'm 6'3", 245. You're 5'1", or Ruby Rose is. I think she's a little bit taller. She's like maybe like 5'5", but like 110 pounds. Like this is you. sweetheart, you're built like this microphone wire. I mean, not the color, obviously, but you can see that silhouette against my black shirt. But yeah, I mean, you're just a toothpick. To me, that doesn't scream like you're going to be beating up 300-pound fucking, dudes. No, I don't care how much of a badass ninja you are. You know what I mean? No, it's ridiculous. Fenrir Fire says she could beat me up anytime. Funny story, and some of you might not know it because you're new here. Jennifer was actually supposed to come to Michigan in about a week and kick the shit out of me for my birthday. Nick was going to come up and film it. I have to have a goddamn dental procedure done in about 10 days, which will not allow me to have any physical contact of that nature. So yeah, I can't. She can't come out now. So I was like, and plus with the coof shit, it was. But she's still traveling. Her promotion, she's getting ready to run a show out in Vegas. You can check out her website, Women on Fire. She's getting ready to run a big wrestling show out in Vegas. For her promotion. So big shout out to her. Like I said, she's gonna come back on the show. I DM'd her a couple days ago and we were just kind of bullshitting. So yeah, she's a sweetheart, man. She's a great person. And yeah, I like to support people like her, actual strong females that like to empower other women and not pick on them. And I saw Vassy said that. Gotta love how Blue Haired Brigade started calling Gina fat when they decided they didn't like her. That's the thing. I saw there was a guy the other day and it was on a Gina Carano post in a group that I'm in, and he was like, "She's nothing." Look at somebody posted a picture of her when she was fighting MMA, kind of like her ESPN The Body issue cover she was on, and they were like, "Yeah, too bad she doesn't look like that anymore. She's just a fat whale now." I'm like, "All right, let me go to your Facebook page." Let me go to your Facebook page. Let's see what you're bringing, pimpin'. I looked at this guy and I'm like, bro. And I say this as somebody who hasn't seriously lifted weights in 3 years, but I've lost like 30 pounds. I'm starting to get my muscle back, starting to get some abs back just from doing cardio and some yoga shit. I'm like, you don't need to ever be fat, because this motherfucker looked like somebody poured Jello into like one of those little like tubes that you would find in a lab, and it spilled out over the sides and just morphed into like a fat blob of shit. That's what it looked like. It was funny as hell. I'm like, so you're sitting there calling Gina Carano fat. All right, bud. I'm like, hey, where's your woman at, by the way? Oh, you don't have one. That bio clearly says, and I'm not knocking single people. I'm knocking single people like this guy who probably couldn't pick up a woman with roofies if he was hanging out with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the dude couldn't pick up women if he was Harvey Weinstein with a casting couch. That's what this cat looked like. So I'm like, before you go calling this actual like goddess fat, I'm like, dude, think about it. Think about what you're doing. Would you say that to her in person? No, because she a busted can of biscuits. Lola Meats, I liken that to Lena Dunham looks like a busted. You know when you open the can of biscuits and it pops out the middle? That's like Lena Dunham. This guy kind of looked like that, though. He did. He had the same haircut, too. Kind of like the haircut the owner of the Raiders has, where it looks like the cereal bowls over top. The Lloyd Christmas cut from Dumb and Dumber. I was talking about Thor 4 here for a minute. Hitting him with there's always room for Jello. But no, with the night Jello pudding. And then we give in the night Jello pudding pops. And then take a picture and passed out with a Kodak paper. I never do. There we go. There's my Bill Cosby. I did a John Madden impression last night. Somebody was like, holy crap, you can do John Madden. I was like, came around the busted can of biscuits and the soda ice cream and the boom, Brett Favre. But yeah, that's some John Madden and Bill Cosby for you right there. But Thor 4, folks. Taco Tuesday, as I refer to him, Taika Waititi. Hey, mister, I'll ruin your mythos in a minute. You don't know what you want because I haven't given it to you yet, baby. Yeah, he's just what we do in the shadows. I've heard great things about it. I've seen the TV show, never watched the movie. I've heard great things about the movie. One of my ex-co-hosts in my wrestling podcast, Jared, he swears by it, loves it. I never watched the Hitler movie he made. What was that? What was Taco Tuesday's Hitler movie he made? Jojo Rabbit. Didn't watch that. I just, I'd almost had enough. How can you? Oh, here we go. All right, Fenrir Fire. I'll do it. How can you have any pudding? How can you have any pudding if you haven't eaten your meat? I love Pink Floyd, man. Pink Floyd is amazing. That's right up there with Zeppelin for me. That's the classic rock. Like I said, I DJ'd on a classic rock station. That's my genre right there. And that's cool because like I've imparted that onto my 5-year-old who loves classic rock already. He's starting to get into rap a little bit, which kind of troubles me because I can't have him listen to the kind of good rap I used to listen to growing up yet. I've introduced him. There's my stutter. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes it happens. I have introduced him to some Beastie Boys and things of the like, which, the Beastie Boys, I still have the 1986 License to Ill CD, 3 Jewish kids from the Bronx and wanting to be rappers, Chaim. Not from the Bronx, but the others on par with them, yeah. So I love the hell out of them. Growing up, I was like, there are people like me that do this. No, but Ice Cube is still one of my favorite all-time rappers. This is how interested I am in Thor 4. I'm talking about Ice Cube now. But no, Thor 4 had the potential to be good, but now you've got this huge bloated cast. You've got, Gore the God Butcher, Christian Bale. Okay. When is the Wu-Tang introduction? I will have to work in a Wu-Tang Clan introduction to the show before we get monetized. I was actually thinking of changing some of the music up on the intros, but I'm so married to the sound of this for the Monday night show and Natural Born Killers by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. I got a fucking hair in my nose. Damn calves. I feel like that episode of Seinfeld with Joe DeVoe. It's like, there's a hair on my tongue, Seinfeld, and you put it there. I love Seinfeld. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my own jokes here. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm an idiot. I have nobody to bounce my jokes off of that can actually physically laugh right now. My wife is in the kitchen just eye-rolling at me, so I'm pretty sure she just muttered something anti-Semitic to. I'm not sure. But anyway, no, the Thor 4, it's going to be a convoluted hot mess. You've got the Guardians of the Galaxy, Gore the God Butcher, and you got Jane Foster's storyline, Thor's storyline. Now they're talking about what's her name? The I don't want to work in the company of a bunch of white men. No offense. I don't want to work in the company of a bunch of dudes. No offense. I want to show up on set and see people a set that reflects the world that we live in. Tessa Thompson. That's her name. Tessa Thompson. Another untalented. I guess she was good in Creed. I've never watched Creed. Rocky ended after Rocky 5. There's no, it doesn't exist. I'm not watching Rocky Balboa. I don't give a shit about Apollo Creed's son with Michael B. everything. I like Michael B. Jordan. I do. Seems like a great guy. He's talented. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need 75-year-old Sylvester Stallone in Rocky movies. I don't care about this cash grab of a franchise you're trying to build. No, it's bad. It's just a bad look. Lola Meat says, it makes me sad. Classic rock is now 80s and 90s. Oh, trust me, when we started playing Metallica on my classic rock station, I was like, oh, that's a sobering call because the Black Album, which is, one of my favorites outside of Ride the Lightning, came out at... I was in like 6th grade, I think, when Enter Sandman, the first time I ever Enter Sandman, I was like 5th or 6th grade when it came out. It was like 90 or 91. So yeah, I was in, I think, 6th grade. That makes me feel old. I was like, yeah, it's great. It's dad rock now. It's like, I'm the guy that like pulls up to pick my kid up from school when I'm not working, and I'm listening to AC/DC or like Glenn Fry or Bob Seger. But that's, or it could be NWA. I don't know. It just depends on what day of the week it is. Vassy says Tessa uses her sexuality for attention. It's her personality. It's sad. And that's one thing. The first time I saw her in, was it Ragnarok? I think I was like, God damn, she's just, something about her. I kind of, she seems, she's an attractive woman, but then you hear her talk and you listen to her espouse her views and her rhetoric, and it's ridiculous. It is, like I said, that whole, I don't want to work in the company of a bunch of white men. No offense. I don't want to work with a bunch of dudes. No offense. That it's much like the same vein as Brie Larson saying that I don't care what a 40-year-old white dude thinks about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. what did you think was going to happen? And then, of course, all the defenders. Well, if you're not I have my favorite is the trolls that come on my videos. I used to do a lot of Brie Larson videos, and it was just for clicks. It was easy. It was low hanging fruit. All right, and I've kind of moved past that. Like I said, we had the segment on the show that was called Inside Brie Larson when she first started her YouTube channel. It was ripe for a parody. There was a lot of things we could make fun of, but I stopped doing it because it's just like, I'm not going to be what they say I am. You know what I mean? Hey, Keely Chow is here. He says, what's going on? Keely Chow is the Fandom Menace Ultron. He is everywhere, in every chat. Thank you, Keely Chow, for being here. I'm now joined by my dog, who is sitting right by my foot. She is, she just wants some attention. Let's see here. Hang on. Here we go, camera. Here we go. Natty, come over here. There she is. There's Natalia. There she is. That's my little one. She is, in case you're wondering, if you're a dog fan, she is a pom-pom. She's a pom-pom. She's a pom retriever mix that my wife and I and my son got from a shelter. We rescue all our animals, and she's no exception to that. A wonderful little dog. She's a year and a half old, and they told us when we went in, she's hyper. We don't know if you'll want her with a young child. You know, my son was like 4 when we got her, and I sat down on the floor, and me and my son just sat down, and we're like, okay, let's see if she'll come to us. And she walked right over and laid down across our laps. So it was like much the same way that I selected my cat, Big Meech, who you met earlier. Our dog selected us. Meech was, I was working at a dealership, and one of our detailer's wife was very active with the animal rescue. And her daughter and her we did a pet adoption drive at the dealership that day. Gave like a dozen animals, got homes that day. It was beautiful. Her daughter and son came over to my desk, and they were like, you want to look at kittens? And we had just lost one of our cats. We had a brother and sister named Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde, I renamed Clyde Frog because I'm a huge South Park guy. Well, it used to be, and I don't watch it anymore. So Bonnie had been put down. She was old and sick, so we put her down. And I was like, yeah, we should get another cat. Well, all these kittens are running around my desk, and I'm trying to type up paperwork. And one little tiny kitten that I could hold in the palm of my hand kind of cuddled up in my elbow and right by my forearm as I was typing, and just laid down and fell asleep. And all the other cats are playing on my desk. And I looked at him, and I just kind of scratched top his tiny little head, which is like, at the time was like no bigger than this. I'm just like, oh, how you doing, little guy? And I was like, you picked me. You're coming home with me. And it was funny too, because like, I got his front claws. Indoor cats, front claws, they're gone. They're doing this thing in Michigan now where it's like illegal to declaw cats because they call it animal cruelty. He was a kitten. I got him declawed. Back claws, you keep those, buddy. You need those. They never go outside. He's strictly indoor. But I was like, I have to take him home. My brand new, I just got it like the week before. I got a brand new Chrysler 300. I had a brand new Durango that I got 6 months before. My wife and I both bought Durangos. I'm like, why do we get 2 7-passenger SUVs when we don't even have a kid at the time? I'm like, I'm going to trade this in and get a car. So I got a 300. And I'm like, you are not just going to be running around with your little kitten claws on my brand new leather fucking seats. Because I had that like very light frost beige tan interior, and the outside of the car was like all murdered out. And yeah, I'm like, no, you're not right. So I got a little cardboard box. And at the time, I had tore my shoulder lifting. I had a slight rotator cuff tear that I was rehabbing. So I had one of my arms in a sling. So I had to take my arm out of the sling and hold it over the top of the box on a half-hour drive home from work, and keep this little kitten from jumping out and scratching my interior up on my car. And he's looking at me now going, Dad, you're talking about me. As he's literally laying in my dog's bed, taking up the entire bed because he's just a big chunk. This has been Pet Talk with you, Tepukuyan. How do you people let me go off on these tangents? I love you guys, though. Seriously, you guys are fucking great. There's 14 of you in the chat. Slap that like button. I got about another 5 to 6 minutes in me, and I'm gonna have to end it because I do have to. I have to take the little man up to Nana and Papa's for the day, and I got a few things to wrap up on the daily release, the daily shorts video. Man, you guys have been awesome. To kind of wrap up about Thor 4, though. I think it's going to be a convoluted, bloated mess. I have no anticipation for this movie whatsoever. I don't think it's going to be good. Will there be aspects of it that are okay? I think any segment that is probably featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth together on screen, those scenes are magic. I could probably watch a movie with Hemsworth and Pratt together as Star-Lord and Thor, because they're hilarious. They truly are. I'm not a big James Gunn fan. I am a fan of his style of humor. I don't give a shit about the Suicide Squad. I don't. I hated the Air Suicide Squad. I know we released the Air cut. I'm like, oh my god. How long is it going to be before they want to cut the Kathy Yan cut of Birds of Prey? I don't think there's enough deleted scenes and footage to make that movie any better than it was, because it was already shit, which means you can't improve on that. I'm sorry. There was no, it was bad. It was garbage. But yeah, that was the pupper Cam Vassy. The Extraction movie Hemsworth did was epic. I need to watch that. I need to watch that. Yeah, nobody wants the Air cut. Yeah, that's the thing. No, I don't think anybody wants that Air cut. I really don't. It's yeah, it's like I said, the Suicide Squad wasn't. I mess up when I say the Suicide. I just have to get in the habit of calling it Suicide Squad. I started watching it after it dropped on like pay-per-view back in 2016. Bought it on pay-per-view, watched 45 minutes of it. Was like, oh my god, fuck this movie. Like, seriously, excuse my language again. I'm sorry, guys. I hated it. Quit watching it. Just said, the hell with it. I don't care how much money I spent on this. I'm not watching the rest of it. So then, fast forward to now, my wife recorded it because my son likes superhero movies, and some of them he'll watch, some of them he won't. She recorded it. She's like, she'd never seen it. She's like, I'm gonna check this out. I watched it. I was like, one night I'm sitting here, I was done with the show, done with the videos. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad. I'm gonna finish this movie. So sorry, I need to get some clarity in it. I watch. I feel bad. I'm like throwing my nose like I'm on Tony Montana or something here. No. So I watched the rest of it, and I was like, well, there's 2 hours I'm never getting back. Like, oh man, it was bad. It was just bad. Jared Leto is Joker in that. Utter shite. Like I said, and it's been said a million times. I'm not breaking new ground here. He was Hot Topic Joker in that. That generic Hot Topic gangster look with the grill. It was just, his Joker laugh was still, that was the one thing in the Snyder Cut. I wasn't a fan of his laugh. Everything else, his look. I think he was trying to channel a little bit of, maybe a little bit much of Heath Ledger, but he looked a lot better. And I love that like nightmarescape, dystopian look at the end. Especially when Batman was like, I'll fucking kill you one day. I was like, yes. And we need Batfleck. All right. Shiny Batman, sparkly Batman. I'll give it a chance. I will. I'll give the Batman a chance. Although I'm not a fan. And I couldn't for the life of me name another movie that Matt Reeves has directed. Robert Pattinson has come a long way as an actor. I've heard nothing but good things about The Lighthouse. The only other thing I think I've really seen him in outside of, I was forced to watch Twilight back in the day when it came out by my ex, begrudgingly, and I sat there and was an asshole through the whole movie because I was making fun of it, as well I should have, because it was a shit movie. I watched Water for Elephants with him and Reese Witherspoon, I think it was. It wasn't terrible for the kind of movie that it was. I'm not much of I mean, it was good. Like I said, I'm not hating on it or anything. I don't remember it. It was one of the movies like I watched it and just kind of like, there it went. It's gone. It's out of my it's out of my it's gone. Like the sentence I was trying to finish, it's gone. Hey, my sketchbook 340 says, ugh, eat that bat. I'd be a better Batman than Robert Pattinson. Let's be honest. And if they didn't bring me in as Batman, they're anti-Semites. No, you guys are awesome, man. Thank you all. I said we'd go from 9:10 to about 10:45. I had to start a little bit late because I was recording my daily short video before the show, like right up until like a couple minutes beforehand. Welcome, my Sketchbook 340. Thank you for joining us right at the tail end here. I'm probably going to go for a couple more minutes, and then I've got to get dressed and get my arse on the road with the little man. My main decision right now is, do I load up, because I'm going to go store my snowblower at my in-laws' place. Do I load it up in the back of the truck, or do I hold on to it? Because it's only the 1st of April. I live in Michigan. We could still get 18 feet of snow tomorrow. Like I said, my birthday coming up is on April 19th. We've had 8 inches of snow on my birthday before. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities here for where I live in Michigan. Man, yeah, it's bad. And if there's anything here behind me on the shelf you guys want to see me review, we've got I Love the 80s coming up. There's always this. I'm starting out in 1986. We're going to do, like I said, this is the portion of the program where I go into shameless self-promotion. Excuse me, but when it's your show, you can do that. No, I'm going to be trying to release next week the first 2 episodes of Galaxy High School reviews. They're like 22 minutes long, so the videos I'll probably try to keep around 10 to 12 minutes for 2 episodes of the show, because I'll be doing them in pairs. I don't know if I'm going to do the pilot episode. It might be go episode 1, then 2 and 3, and I'll separate the finale at the end. But yeah, you'll have that coming up. There'll be a lot of other 80s content. Tony and I still have to finish The Last Starfighter and Flight of the Navigator. We have a dual review of that. Let's see. Enter the final unfamiliar place to be, Death Star. Enter the Unfamiliar and I are going to have a episode 1 through 5. We did episode 1 together, but we're going to go back and do all 5 in one video. That'll be a That'll be me butchering the English language. That'll be a longer form video that'll be released. We'll probably record it on StreamYard, and I'll edit it up and drop it to you guys here. We'll do that. The end. Prodigal Son is still going on too. It's on hiatus right now. It'll be back in May or April, I don't know. But when that comes back, we'll finish out season 2 of that. I'm not reviewing the Falcon Winter Soldier in individual videos. We talk about it on the live streams, so that's where you can find those. Daily shorts, I'm going to try to do 7 of them a week. This weekend, I'm going to record a bunch of footage for those to have set to release every single day for the next couple weeks, because they really don't take long to record. So, especially now that I'm not going on camera anymore for those. The first 2 I went on camera, just brand recognition, a little bit of narcissism because I am so damn pretty. But no, you guys are great. That's all that ahead. Remember, let's see, next Monday night, we've got myself, Tony Tonedeaf, Red Gaze. We'll be joined by a surprise guest. Wednesday night, going rogue. Remember who is joining us next Wednesday. Now, it's myself, Tony Tonedeaf. Also, we will be talking about my favorite horror franchise here. Let me find the box set. Where the hell did it go? It's here somewhere. Here it is, right here. I was like, it's right here somewhere behind all these other. I started buying right here. Myself, Tony Tonedeaf, will be joined by Fanzine from Fanzine Vids and Justin Proper. And the main purpose of that is we will be debating, is Jason Voorhees a man or is he a zombie? My camp is the side of the zombie, but we will be discussing that. Lola Meat says, happy early birthday. Thank you, miss. I appreciate it. I truly do. Yeah, we'll be celebrating the birthday here on Monday, April 19th. Remember, Monday, April 19th, that show is going to be huge. Going to be huge. We're going to be joined by our regular cast, myself, Tony, Red Gaze, but we'll also be joined by El Presidente, Mr. Jeff Hicks of World Class Bullshitters, Nick Utam of World Class Bullshitters, and Kendall Slice, 3/4 of the bullshitters here. There's going to be a lot of bullshit that night on the show. It's going to be the place to bullshit on Monday night. That's what we're going to call that episode. So, are you streaming from inside a dead Blockbuster? No, literally, this is my living room. These are shelves from a family video. that was a block from my house. They just closed down, and they were giving away the shelves. And I'm like, when we move, because we're gonna be moving soon. This house we bought was kind of a stopgap. Nice house, nothing wrong with it. I'm on a great lot in a super nice neighborhood, but I want, and my wife wants, a bigger place, on a more acres, out away from everybody, and I need a lot big enough to where I can build a part of the house, because we're gonna have a indoor pool. So yeah, indoor pool, and I will have, my basement is going to be half weight room and half recording studio. So I will have a sound booth set up in there, and I will have a wall that is painted green, so I can do things in front of my green screen and not just have to sit in a chair, because I don't like getting an office ass from sitting in a chair all day. I started working out again, and like I said, it's like I'm trying to keep this right. I'm 41. I have a young son and need to stay in shape, and it's just healthy. It's healthy to do that. So, yeah, I did buy the Blockbuster, Daisy. No, it was a family video, and yeah, it was sad to see it close, because my son and I in the summertime would walk up there and rent movies. And if I don't shut up, I'm going to keep talking. So, man, thank you all. Daisy Divine, Lola Meets, My Sketchbook 340, Vassy, Snortapoopas Q Burr, M. Dastardly, Machiny 90, Fenrir Fire, Tony Tone Deaf from the Clown World Review, my brother. Thank you all. Let's see. I want to Tim Possible. I'm just scrolling up here. I want to make sure I don't omit anybody. Ord's Board. Thank you guys so much for Goober Brothers Entertainment, Commander Cody. You guys are all just awesome human beings. I do appreciate each and every one of you, your participation, you giving me your time, okay? Time is an irreplaceable commodity, and you are giving me your time. And I appreciate that to no end, guys. I am humbled. Slap the like button, tell a phone, tell a friend, subscribe to the channel if they haven't yet. It is definitely a pleasure and honor to be able to entertain you as many days a week as I do. I do. I love you guys so much. Thank you all. I'm Itepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, a happy Easter if you celebrate. If not, just have yourself a great weekend. There's videos coming up. I'll be on Rogue Entertainment on author Stephen Walton's channel Saturday night, 6:30 Eastern. Check me out there. And I love you guys. Have a great day.
Boom!